Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to the match reaction to Bayern Munich versus Arsenal. I will try and be as quick as I can because I know that there's other games happening. There's a game kicking off, I think about 8 o'clock. There's a game happening now, which I've literally got on. So I will try and wrap this up as quick as I can, just so everyone can enjoy the football, to be honest. Right. Big up to Mr. Welch, saying big up everyone. Hope everyone is well. Hope you're well too, mate. I think that's your season done. I just think with league games you got coming up, I think getting knocked out will affect you that badly. Hopefully I'm wrong for your sake. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, I need to see a reaction, a positive reaction in the next 2 games. Wolves away, not easy game. Chelsea, not going to be an easy game. We need to turn up in those games, and then obviously got Tottenham. So those 3 games for me has to be all wins. Has to be. If it isn't, if there's points dropped in any of those, we're done. That's our season done, in my opinion. City going out don't affect them. They can bounce back straight away, yeah, and always do mentally. Liverpool always. Also, regardless what happens to Liverpool tonight, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'll be honest, I don't rule Liverpool out at the moment. Only because, oh, hang on, little through here. No, goes out. Sorry, I'm trying not to do this as well as long. For me, I always said Arsenal needs to reach finals to help them in the title race mentally. For me, Arteta is to blame for this season. If you would have won FA Cup or Carabao, taken them seriously, I would have liked. I would say that's a pass, but he's thrown the cup competitions away from me. Yeah, he has. You need to improve your options of the bench massively. Nketiah, Smith Rowe, Nelson simply not good enough. Totally agree. You shouldn't sack Arteta, but next season needs. Yeah, that's how I've looked at it. I'm satisfied. I'm not happy. I'm satisfied that Arteta's done enough this season. He's got next season. That's when he needs to prove it. And there is no ifs, buts, or babies. It has to be done next season. I'm not saying we must win a trophy, but we must compete on 4 fronts and improve and improve and improve. None of this just throwing the cups away, because that's pretty much what he's done. Anyway, lads, can't stay and watch. Yeah, don't worry, mate. With my dad, so it's our turn tonight. To be honest, I'll just be happy if we win and score goals, even if we go out, mate. I totally agree, and I don't blame you. So I'll try and wrap this up. I've tried to fit it in before the game starts, because to be honest, I probably want to watch it as well. It could be an interesting game. Right, so obviously we're here to talk about the Bayern Munich game, which happened last night. And it finished 1-0 on the night, 3-2 on aggregate. Kimmich with the goal from Bayern Munich. Good header, to be fair, for Kimmich. I'm not going to knock the goal. But what I will knock is the defending and the second half performance, which, again, just didn't exist. I don't know where we went. Maybe we went to Bavaria and just, maybe they tried to get me some Black Forest Gatto. Maybe that's what it was. But yeah, we didn't turn up second half. That's for certain. So yeah. If we end the season badly, can we really say we've progressed? No, we can't. I can't. I don't say we have regressed, but I don't think we can say we have progressed. Progression for me is improving on the point tally that we got last season, going further in the cup competitions. That's progression. I don't think we've regressed, but I don't think it's definitely not a progression for me. That's why he's got next season. Next season, he has to pull out all the stops. Injuries. Yeah, one big injury has affected us this season with Timber. For me, that has been the most important missing link for us is Timber. So I don't think it's Partey, if I'm honest. I know about his off the field antics. So yeah, for me, I have no issues with Partey not playing, but Timber was a huge miss. We signed him specifically to do a role, and we've had to makeshift a role ever since. They were just on the attack here. I'm trying not to do this as a watch along, I promise. It's just in my nature. I love watching the game. Right. Anyway, so yeah, it finished 1-0. Big up to Silver One. Evening, Bobby. I'm not overly upset. Good. look, I was prepared for a defeat. I did say it would be 3-1 to Bayern Munich. The bit that's upset me is the first half gave me a little bit of optimism. That's the problem. So if we were poor the first half, I was like, oh, whatever. But they gave me a bit of optimism in the first half. I was like, oh, this is actually all right. We're doing all right here. We could snatch it, but no. Second half, just obviously trying to find Black Forest Ghetto for me. So yeah, it is what it is. It's mad, but hey ho, it is what it is. Look, we move on to the Premier League games now, and let's just hope that is where we get a little bit of joy again, because currently, the Twitter sphere of Arsenal fans is ridiculous at the moment. This game, especially in the first half, showed me how desperate we need a killer number 9. We're going to do everything we can to get one. I know that the PR is starting to pump out for KSC. Like, I love how false they are. It's hilarious. I've just seen James's comment in the WhatsApp group, and I'm like, how about you dig a little bit deeper and find out why KSC were in Munich? There might have been other reasons other than watching Arsenal play football. Just saying. But hey ho. Right, let's move on to the stats for the game. It's not pretty reading, if I'm honest, either. 51% possession for Bayern Munich, 49 for Arsenal, 15 shots for Bayern Munich, 3 on target, 8 shots for Arsenal, 3 on target, 8 corners for Bayern Munich, 3. I'm going to take one of them off. 2 corners for Arsenal, because the last one just really annoyed me. Like, desperation times in the game, and it was the most pathetic corner I've seen. And I get really fed up with these. Like, we have a brilliant set piece coach that sets us up for all these different scenarios. But if you can't get the ball in, it is pointless. It is pointless. Anyway, passing accuracy 87%, passing accuracy for Bayern Munich 89 for the Arsenal, 1.33 xG for Bayern Munich, 0.39 for Arsenal. So Bayern Munich was slightly the better team over the night. They weren't brilliant. Second half, Goretzka turned up, and he kind of run the show a little bit, if I'm honest, in the second half. But first half, so to be honest, first half, I was like, you know what, we've done right here, because Kane was non-existent for me. It was just doing what he's good at, causing fouls. I just don't like him. I just don't like the type of style of striker he is. He just annoys me, and yeah, I'll be glad when he retires from football, to be honest. I don't have to watch him anymore. But yeah, so I'm trying my best not to watch this. But anyway, the starting lineup. This was the starting lineup. To be honest, I think we were all quite happy. There was no way Partey was going to play, because we gave him no minutes against Villa. So he was never going to start anyway. So it was always going to be Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard midfield, which is the best we've got. So it is what we got. Tomiyasu, all happy with him at left back. Anything's better than Zinchenko, but out of the two of Tommy and Kivior, you're going to choose Tommy. And to be honest, he did all right. He did some great tackles, to be honest. I was really impressed with Tommy. But yeah, I don't think any of us really had a massive meltdown when the lineups come out. We're quite happy. And so we should be, because, it's the best we had. The best we had. We're going to move on to the subs. Obviously, my ratings are done differently. So I will go through the subs. My ratings are already done. You'll see in a minute. Jorginho went off for Jesus in the 68th minute. Jesus, it wasn't the first leg performance, that's for certain. The first leg, he came on, caused havoc. Second leg, he whined a lot. He got himself a yellow card because he whined a lot. But yeah. So yeah, Trossard came on for Martinelli. I have to be honest, Trossard didn't do much either. I've got to be honest. And the final one, he came on for Tommy. So yeah, I think Kimmich passed his audition. That's why KSC was there. Look, I will say that Arsenal are interested in the Bayern Munich player. We'll find out. We'll find out. Look, Kimmich at the end of the day won't decide on his future until Munich have decided who the new manager is. Because that hasn't happened, Kimmich, we don't know if he's going to leave. But what you can do is at least set the foundations for a deal. Just in case. I'm not saying it's Kimmich, because there is another midfielder we're looking at Bayern Munich as well. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, sometimes KSE are just not there just for the football. They're also there for other reasons. Right. So these are my ratings that I gave. And I have rated Bayern Munich, to be fair, because they played a part of the game. So I did give them ratings. So I'm going to quickly go through. Neuer got an 8, Kimmich got a 9 because I thought it was just outstanding once again. De Ligt, Dyer, Mazraoui, Goretzka, Lima, Sane, Musiala, Guerrero, and Kane all got 7s. They did all right. It wasn't the greatest performance by Bayern Munich. Second half, they performed a little bit better, which is what beat us. But yeah, other than that, they were fantastic, apart from Kimmich, who stood out, and Neuer is still an outstanding goalkeeper, even at this age. And they're going to miss him when he goes. Arsenal, right? Raya 7. He did nothing wrong, not in my opinion, anyway. Ben White had a decent game, didn't do anything spectacular. Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu was probably just slightly better because I don't do halves. Still give him a 7. Didn't think you did enough to be an 8, so he still gets a 7. Jorginho, Odegaard, Rice all got 7s. Jorginho in the first half, or Lille have just scored. They made it 2-0 on the night. But Rice didn't do much. Odegaard tried, but yeah, 7s. It's just nothing spectacular again. Saka got a 7, but again, I'm slightly getting concerned about his performances. He needs to rest, and hopefully with that rest comes better performances. Havertz did as much as he possibly could, but again, only gets a 7. Martinelli, again, 7. It's just nothing really excited me last night. It just wasn't great. I just wasn't that impressed, if I'm honest. But I was prepared for it, so yeah, it is what it is. Right, let's move on to Mikhail. Right, here we go. Right, he's going to get marked down because he hasn't got a plan B for a start. He did nothing wrong with the lineup, so we're on a 7, marked down for a 6 because of no plan B. Yeah, I can't give him anything more than a 6, I don't think, in my head, because he tried the substitutions, nothing really worked. But if we had plan B, it would be a case of, I don't know, put Gabriel up there or something like that, just to give it a little bit of muscle, like what we used to do with like putting Adams up there, Keown, someone up there, just to be a pain in the butt for their centre backs. We did none of that. Yeah, so, and like, I don't know if you noticed, right, the final few minutes as well, we were sorry, Em's messaging me. Right, what was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying now. But yeah, the final few minutes, it didn't look like we were actually desperate for a goal, even though we were. It's like we're just going to keep passing it around, like that's going to change anything. Well, no. How about you just put the ball in the area and hope that someone makes an error and someone puts it in the back of the net? How about that for a crazy idea? But hey ho, doesn't seem to happen with Arteta. Raya gets a 6, White gets a 6, Saliba gets a 7, Gabriel gets a 6, Tommy gets a 7, Odegaard gets a 7, Jorginho gets a 7, Rice gets a 6, Saka gets a 4, Havertz gets a 4, Martinelli gets a 5. Yeah, to be fair, with our forwards doing pretty much nothing, I can agree with those scores. But yeah, I'll speak to my partner in a minute. Right, but yeah, it was just a quick show really, because I want everyone to enjoy the football, because there is a lot of football on tonight. I will be back tomorrow with the Wolves preview. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoys their night. I hope Villa manages to get a goal or two. and then hopefully we'll see what happens with the Liverpool game, which will be probably the most interesting game of the evening. But guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 for the preview. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.